A 41-year-old woman stepping back into the dating market after years away, only to find out how much of the game has changed. Imagine this, you've been out the dating scene for years, maybe focusing on your career, raising a family, or just taking a break. But now, you're ready to dive back into it. You think it's going to be smooth as sailing. After all, you've got the appearance, the independence, and you know what's what. But the dating market is not what it used to be. From ghosting to unrealistic standards in a sea of endless options, it's no surprise she hit with a harsh reality check. But what does this mean for modern dating? Plus, we got some other videos to react to. I don't want to hold you. Go ahead and hit the like button. Definitely share the video. This is your first time watching. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get to it.
I just came to the realization that, like, if you're 40 years old, you're never gonna find love. Like, oh my God. Sorry, I woke up like really emotional because I was married for, oh my God, I need to stop. I was married for over 20 years and like, I was so used to being a wife. Like I loved being married, you know, like I love being a wife. I love having like that one person I love coming home to and like venting all my shit to. And now it's like, yeah, you date people and like sparks fly and then it's just like, oh, I found better, you know. I think some of you guys missed my story time because I don't know, I posted the dumbest video of me at Home Depot. It didn't go viral, but like I was talking to my ex again and there was a TikTok, there was a fan on here, a TikTok follower that messaged me and she said, hey, I started talking to this guy and I noticed on his Instagram, like those highlight reels, you were in one of his highlight reels, like you guys made a TikTok together. And I was like, oh yeah, that's my boyfriend, because we were like trying to work things out. It was long distance, whatever. And she's like, oh, well, we're talking. He said he was single. And I'm like, I'm not even crying about that. I think I'm just more sad about the fact that like it's impossible to find someone that you will 100% trust, and part of it has to do with me too because of my insecurities, but honestly 99% of the time it's because they're cheating, you know, because it's so accessible, social media, talking to other women. Why do I still have my seatbelt on?
The question is, you were married for 20 years, got out of the marriage thinking that you can do better. One thing about men, they lose in their 20s. In their 20s, it's hard for a man to get women. But in their 30s and 40s, men can get as many women as they want, including the younger ones. So it's hard to keep a single man being single in his 30s and 40s. And that's what a lot of women don't understand. You want to build with a man because as he gets older, he gets smarter and more successful. He doesn't operate the same. At one point, you was wifey material. Now you're just weekend fun because there's another girl out there that wants him. When women start hitting the wall, they need a man to help them to climb over it.
Anyway, I need to do a story time. I just had a vent. I have people who cry on here, but I hope you guys are having a good day.
Crazy. But look.
And TikTok is about to become most women's best friends because those simps that you don't like, well, they're going to be there in the comments to talk to you whenever you're sad, and you're going to have an invisible relationship because you're going to enjoy the Matrix, but trying to get the Matrix to match with the real world, that's where it hurts.
I don't know what y'all got going on in the Philippines, but according to the CDC, the Philippines has one of the highest HIV rates amongst their people, most of the world.
Passport bros. It's not surprising at all that a lot of you guys are coming back home burning. It's not surprising at all because just like I said a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, is that a lot of you guys are not going outside of the country for wives. You're going out of the country to tourism and take advantage of people. That's just what it is. Tourism of taking advantage of people. You go to these third world countries, second world their countries who are not financially where they need to be. A dollar goes a lot further. You feel like a king. You got a nice little hotel hotel. You know what I'm saying? You get 2 or 3 girls who know you from the last visit. And 9 times out of 10, a lot of y'all don't want to admit it, but a lot of y'all be getting these girls pregnant and y'all leave them over there. Y'all never want to go back. And now y'all want to go to another place. Because now the Philippines has always been a background for passport bros, but that's when 8x5x11 men were going rampant over there. Okay, when I say rampant or over there, now y'all want to go over there. And now a lot of y'all having regrets because, black, American women are just not, domesticated. They don't want to cook and clean. They don't want to let a man leave. Blah, blah. You going over there and you coming back with that fire with the stick, with that fire when you pee. That fire when your face break out. That fire when them lymph nodes on your neck starting to look crazy. Okay, we all knew this was coming. Like all of the empty threats, all of the empty verbiage, all of the bravado that you guys were going back and forth on the internet, we knew that the truth will eventually come to the light. And look what's going on. They're going wild out there and y'all catching it. Coming back home thinking that we don't know what you've been doing. We know Craig. We know Dusty. We know.
People do the same thing for Miami and Vegas. They go there just to order up women and be with easy women. The only difference is the girls in Thailand, they're a little cheaper. DR, they're cheaper. But they're selling the kitty cat everywhere you go, and the clap is everywhere, and the burn is everywhere. The passport bros, y'all just got to start protecting yourself. I understand the movement. Trust me. If a guy is still a virgin and he ain't got nobody in the U.S., you need to get your passport, brother, just so you get the experience. You have to understand, selling kitty cat is in every country. It's everywhere on the planet. It's the oldest profession. Passport bros, just protect yourself and stop trying to claim street workers as wives. You do it the right way, then you'll come back clean.
I like niggas that got that dog in them. I ain't about to sit here and act like I don't have a type and let people make me feel bad about it. Like, oh, she only like hood niggas. Nah, I like niggas that got that dog in them. When you're back against the wall, when you put in positions to where you gotta stand on all 10, I need to see that. I need to know that you could do that. I need to know that you've been through something. I need to know that you not easily manipulated. Like you not the type of niggas could just get to do whatever. Like I need to see that. You gotta have that dog in you to mess with me.
They consider the dog toxic masculinity. So depending on what character she's playing for that day, you can act like a dog. But if she wakes up and want to be Miss, oh, I'm feeling vulnerable today and sad, you can't be that dog because you'll get some handcuffs. That's what women are not understanding. You don't know what you want. You have a lot of personalities that you go through in themes and phases. That's why you change your hair, your makeup, your clothes. You're constantly making yourself a different character. What used to be that dog, you claim this toxic masculinity. And a lot of men are behind bars just from raising their voice and scaring you a little bit, but you're claiming that it turns you on. We live in a society, there's not a thin line between both. You got to make up your mind.
Start going for emotionally available men that are genuinely interested in you and make that very clear from the get-go. It gets a little bit more boring because it's no longer up, down, will they say, this like chemical, like you're getting rewarded 1 second and you're not the next. You're getting consistent, predictable behavior, and that to the brain is not exciting. Otherwise, drugs wouldn't be exciting to people, It's very predictable, smooth sailing, and stable. And while that's great in the long term because you don't go crazy, it also makes you realize that, I'm not gonna have these quick dopamine hits in like a kind of toxic way, but that's the reality. If you want to continue dating high school level emotional maturity men, then go for it. Keep going for those men that don't choose you, that text you every 5 days. Or you can go for the guy who will respond to you as soon as he sees his message. It's not it might be less exciting, but it's in the long term. It protects your heart, your brain,
Women need to learn to be more open-minded and able to view both sides of things. Women make the relationship all about her and her emotions and what she's comfortable with, and the man spend too much time in the relationship doing the adaptation to her moods. So just as much as you say, I don't want a guy that I can learn on the first date and know that I'm cool, but if he's not like that, then you'll have him thinking that he doesn't have a chance. This is why I tell dudes, it's best to just get the money, get the success, date multiple women, and then let them know you're dating multiple women and let them compete for each other. At the end of the day, you know what I used to tell girls? Oh, all the dudes, they want to go sleep with you. Go ahead, go sleep with them. I'm building success. I'm saving my money. I'm getting my credit right. So you can go. And men are afraid to tell their woman, you can go, because you don't know when you're going to get a date. But let me tell you something. When you start chasing money and you stay chasing money, you stay chasing excellence, and you get in the gym and you're chasing money and you're chasing your dream, you would never, ever in your life have a problem getting women.
Refuse.
I feel like I'm so desperate for love, y'all. Like, I want to be loved so bad by men. I've been alone for so fucking long. I really desire sleeping next to somebody every night. And I feel like in the past, I have put up with so much just so that I would be able to have the things that I desire. And I don't want it like that no more. I really want somebody to love me for me. And I have a daughter. I'm so grateful for the love my daughter can give me, but it's different. I mean, the way a man can love you and the way that your child loves you are two completely different things. I desire a family so bad. And I don't know, and the thing is, I was engaged and I caught off my engagement and everything years ago. And for me, it just seems like some things that never come around twice for me. And I think that's why I'm so emotional, because I'm having a hard time accepting just being alone. And it's like I'm only getting older and the things I want are just running far from me. And would you believe me if I said I would give up all the money I got, all the followers I got, all the social media shit just to have true love? I honestly would. I'll go back to making $10, $12, $15 an hour if I could just be happy with somebody. And I think for so long, money was everything that, I don't know.
This is something I really realized about single moms, period, point blank. From being a baby mama slayer, and some of the guys being baby mama slayers, bro, they're truly desperate. They ended up getting pregnant by the wrong dude, or the relationship didn't work after the baby, or they ended up pushing their baby daddy away. However it goes, basically they're by themselves, but they come to a realization hey, I really need a man. They play Miss Independent for so long, but they don't realize they need help. You need that man in your life, but a lot of y'all push him away. Or it just, like I said before, it didn't work. So after it doesn't work out with their baby father, they go on a spree of trying to find a man, specifically men that don't have kids. That's why they get slayed, because they're looking for men that don't have kids. So they look for men that don't have kids to take care of her or even help her with the kid that they have. They want a Captain Save-A-Hole nigga. They basically want a Superman, a man with no kids, to come in and take over that role, and it just won't work. Majority of men with no kids, they don't want a true part of a woman with a kid or kids. It's that simple. So then they end up dating the guy that's lame, the guy that they never really wanted to give a chance, but it's the guy that they needed from the jump. So they date the guy that they need, but they don't want. And then it just simply doesn't work out. It all comes down to it. Women with kids are going to have to date a man with kids. You can't just be out here trying to find a man that you truly want without kids. It's barely going to work. It's rare. Or you just got to be stuck with a nigga you don't want. Period. But people just need to stop having kids with anybody. That's the problem.
So look, the only part
When it comes to relationships, truthfully, you cannot control who you like. In my opinion, when I look at the black community, most of those relationships that last are stepdad and stepmom. I think it's just a matter of respect, because when it comes to single mothers, they normally don't tell a man to come take care of their kids. That's for one. The government assistance, the housing, the write-off for taxes, the single mothers already knows her tax benefits, what she's getting monthly. So to them, they're looking for guys just to date them. That's what's really happening in the real world. Not many single moms are that. But when it comes to single mothers, what they're not realizing is you're having a hard time because you're burnt out. You're not wearing makeup anymore. You're not caring how you dressing. Your hair's in a ponytail most of the time. Most of y'all smoke cigarettes, giving it up fast to these dudes, even though you have a good heart. And I've met some mothers with some good hearts, but they just really want a man in their life. They don't really even need them financially, but you just want them there, but you only want that type of guy after you've been burnt out. You're looking for a counselor to come in and help you. So when you look at the single guy, let me stop there. Because for one, a lot of single mothers don't even look for the single guy. They try to find similarity with dudes that already have kids for the most part. But in modern day time, a lot of you ladies, what's happening to you, you brought this on to yourself. And you have to blame the older women that coach you into these situations. And if you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button. Definitely share the video. This is your first time watching. Hit that subscribe button. See you on the next video.